A stripper from New York charged with drugging customers and putting bogus charges on their credit cards has obtained a work card as an entertainer here in Las Vegas.
The I-Team's Glenn Meek has uncovered several Las Vegas links here to a criminal case in New York involving exotic dancers and alleged credit card fraud. And Glenn, you've discovered that 3 of the 4 women charged in New York either have permits to work here in Las Vegas?
That's right, and that includes the alleged ringleader who got her work permit here in July while still under indictment in New York. Now, the New York case has brought new attention to the topless entertainment industry, which is also big in our city. And it's a case that turns the tables on what are commonly called date rape drugs.
Then 4 exotic dancers are facing charges tonight.
It was big news in the Big Apple just a few months ago.
Police say they drugged the businessmen, then ran up thousands of dollars on their credit cards.
4 exotic dancers were busted as part of a ring that trolled upscale bars in New York City looking for wealthy men.
Then lured the victims to the clubs to be fleeced.
It is all part of an elaborate strip club scam.
It's a case that flips the script on the traditional use of date rape drugs.
Traditionally, you'd warn women or young girls, be careful you talk to in bars, or be careful if somebody puts them in your drink, slip you a Mickey, so to speak. But this case, it's the opposite.
In this case, it was men whose drinks were allegedly dosed with party drugs like Molly and ketamine. Police say it was not to violate the men sexually, but to take advantage of them financially. Some alleged victims say they have no memory of even going to a strip club. And while that may seem like a fishy story for wives, girlfriends, and bosses,
it is conceivable that if somebody had the inkling of motivation and then you suppress their inhibitions, the next thing you know, they're somewhere they didn't intend to go, doing things they didn't intend to do, and don't have a recollection of it. I think that's believable.
Dr. Mel Pohl is not commenting about any specific case, but he says the scenario painted by New York investigators is plausible based on the effects of some date rape drugs, which can lessen inhibitions while inhibiting memory. The 8 News Now I-Team has learned that 3 of the 4 dancers accused in the New York case have Las Vegas connections, and that includes the woman who has been named by investigators as the alleged ringleader, Samantha Barbash. Records obtained by the I-Team show the 40-year-old Barbash was arrested in New York on June 11th, but obtained a work permit as an entertainer here in Clark County on July 21st, less than 6 weeks later. Another New York defendant, 29-year-old Rosalind Keough, had a work permit as an entertainer here in Clark County from October 2002 until October 2007. And a third erotic dancer arrested in the plot, Marcy Nicole Rosen, is a former Las Vegas resident. She had a Nevada business license from July 2011 to July 2012. And county voting records show she cast a ballot here as far back as November 2008. We don't know what local lounges, if any, these women worked in. The topless bars in New York were not named as defendants in the indictment, although a former manager at one of them was arrested in the probe. Now, Las Vegas police have also been looking into incidents of alleged credit card fraud involving exotic dancers. Metro served search warrants at Club Paradise in June. Lawyers for the club say police assured them that the local investigation is focused on a few former employees, not management and ownership. Club Paradise also says it never employed any of the women that are charged in New York, but clearly police are looking into similar activity and trying to see if it's occurred in Las Vegas.
Makes sense.
Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks, Glenn.